Hi everyone, it's Thursday. My name's Rochelle. I'm wearing a hat, so it must be time for Hat Chat. Now you are not going to want to leave Hat Chat today because we have a special guest. My friend, and I know your friend, Dr. Jean Feldman is here. You guys all know Dr. Jean, and she is going to tell us about her test in ESGI called Happy's Test, and she's also going to sing a song for us, so please stay tuned. And don't forget to share this broadcast. There are so many Dr. Jean fans out there, myself included. Please share this broadcast with someone who is a Dr. Jean fan. All right, let's bring her in. Here is the one and only Dr. Jean. Welcome.
And thank you for inviting me. I get to wear my famous football helmet because it's our favorite season of the year, football season. And then my other hat, I couldn't decide today, is my birthday hat. And I wanted to show this because I love birthdays and I love celebrations and I love 4, 5, 6-year-olds, little kids. So those are my hats.
I love it. Thank you for that. Now, you know how Hat Chat works, Dr. Jean. You have to tell a joke to get in the Hat Chat. I know you have a lot of jokes.
I am ready. What kind of bears have no teeth?
What kind of bear has no teeth?
A gummy bear.
I love it. I love gummy bears too. They're so delicious.
I love Halloween jokes. Like, what kind of treats are the birds giving out this year?
What kind of treats are the birds giving out this year?
Tweets, tweets, tweets.
Love it. So good.
I've got a whole list of knock-knock jokes and riddles on my website, on my blog. And I wanted to mention something that my grandson's 3rd grade teacher did. Every day, he would write a joke outside his door on a little chalkboard. And the kids look forward to hearing that joke as they entered the classroom. And then they talked about it. And it's just such a good way to introduce double meanings of words and different things. So, you know, that's just a thought that teachers could start every day with a joke. And another teacher said, she made riddle books for her kids. So they had the joke or the riddle, and the kids would illustrate the answer, write the answer. And then it became a way for the children with higher thinking skills, when they talked out loud, when they drew the answer, to help the other scaffold to that level, because a lot of kids don't have a sense of humor. They're not able to make those connections. So I think jokes are a great way to help kids learn.
That is so great. You guys, if you don't already follow Dr. Jean, you should, because she's got all that kind of information. Just rolls off her tongue. Do you hear that? Dr. Jean, how long have you been in education?
I tell people I've been in early childhood 71 years. I just never grew up. And I think, you know, if you're going to be a good teacher, I think what the problem with some parents and education decision makers is they have what I call childhood amnesia. They've forgotten what it's like to be a child. And I still, you know, you still got to find magic in the things that children find magic and enjoy in, the things that children find joy in. So I actually started teaching, though, in 1969. So I have been at this rodeo a long time. I am a dinosaur. But Rochelle, I always tell people the world keeps changing, but children are the same. I mean, a 5-year-old is just like they were when I was teaching. You know, they're still the same. They want to be loved. They want to have fun, and make them feel special and feel good about coming to school. That's what it's about.
It sure is. I love that. And that's going to be a great segue into when we talk about happies. But, you know, there are some people in the world who may not know Dr. Jean. And so I'm just going to let her, she already told us she started teaching in 1969. But Dr. Jean, tell us just a little bit about yourself. And I know you're passionate about early childhood education, so just let us know a little bit more about you.
Absolutely. And, you know, I just feel so blessed to be able to do what I do. I think we're put on this earth to do good, and all teachers do good. And I'm just very fortunate that I'm able to keep some of the things alive that I've learned through my lifetime and pass them on. So I went to school back before there were standards, back before there were CDs or smartboards or things like that. And just to be authentic and real, and get down on the floor and have a good time with the kids. It used to be a lot more fun to be a teacher. It used to be a lot more fun, and I do empathize with a lot of the teachers now, and the pressure and the parents and administration and all of these things going on in their life. And so, my hope, let me just give you a little joy. I want to be the grandma consultant that puts my arms around you and says, I love you. You're doing a great job. Yay. In fact, I was interviewed a couple months ago, and this gentleman said, well, Dr. Feldman, what one piece of advice would you give teachers? And I said, shut your door. Shut your door. And I tell teachers that, you have to shut your door, and you have to make something good happen every day with those children, because some of those kids don't have anything good at home. And so, and it can be something as simple as a handshake, or as simple as doing a silly song or a favorite story. Children are happy with plain vanilla. People think, you have to have polka dots and stuff. No, just plain vanilla. They are happy with that. So I did want to tell a little callback that is especially good for now with football season and everything, and a great way to get children's attention. And this is just a little example of some things they'll find on my website and blog. But the teacher asks the children, how do you feel? And when the teacher says, how do you feel? The kids go, we feel good. Like a football player. And so I want all you teachers to try that tomorrow. You tell your kids the callback for the day. Whenever you hear me say, how do you feel? You get to respond, we feel good. And you got to practice it. And then when you're walking down the hall, or you're in the cafeteria and you want them, and you call that out to your students, everybody's going to break out in a smile when they see your kids do that. And it'll make your kids happy too.
I love it. And not only that, it's so physical, because, we just don't breathe like we should. And when you do, and you get that out, I think that's going to help a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah.
Get rid of stress. All right. Well, as you guys can hear, Dr. Jean is very passionate about you all and students really enjoying their education experience. And that's why she came up with Happies. Can you tell us a little bit about Happies? It's a great story.
Carolyn Kislowski, she's just a genius, and I'm just so blessed to be able to work with her. She teaches in upstate New York, and so we got together and we thought, we need to put our stuff together, and we need to show teachers, yes, you can develop those skills, you can meet your standards, you can do all those things in a way that's fun. I mean, tap and swipe does not get much going in the brain. And I honestly worry about children's brains. I worry about them spending so much time in front of a screen, not only in the classroom, but at home. It breaks my heart when I see families eating out, and the children have on their earbuds, and they're looking at their iPad, or, in the grocery store, instead of talking to the kids about, the different things they're buying, the kids, looking at the mom's cell phone. So, we have to counteract that with real hands-on, read them a real book. I love to read our book school, and, so all of the songs and all of these things. And you have to remember, and smart teachers know the research, because when you know the research, then when somebody says, why are you doing this? You can say active learning, multisensory, executive function. They're learning self-regulation when we do these things. Purposeful practice for automaticity. We have to do things over and over and over again. They'll want to sing a song again. They'll want to play a game again. Probably won't want to do a worksheet again. So that's why Carolyn and I got together, and we thought we're going to try to do something for each month. And so each month there's over 100 pages, usually like 150 pages of activities, patterns for games, things like that. And there's also at least 15 free song downloads each month. Free. Oh, you have to pay for it, but it's practically free. There's songs for morning routines and circle time. There's songs for math. There's songs for literacy. There's songs for science. There's also just fun hands-on songs. We've got little QR codes where you can watch me do different handshakes for each month, and finger plays and things like that. So we think it's a total package. And I remember one day a teacher came into my workshop with her favorite cup of coffee from our favorite, I won't mention the name, but a favorite coffee shop. And I said, oh, don't you just love it? And she said, yeah, it's my little happy. And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, you know, every day is not happy, but what you have to do is you have to do something special for yourself every day to make it happy. And Carolyn and I believe that with teachers too. You have got to do something every day that makes you happy and makes them happy, because as my sister's sign on her refrigerator says, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And so, you know, as a teacher, you have to be happy too. And, you know, sometimes you just have to fake it till you feel it. You just, you know, get in there. And one of my favorite songs that I used to sing was, I'm so glad I came to school today. I came to school today. I came to school today. I'm so glad I came to school today. I came to be with all my friends. And if I wasn't really happy to be there, but I sang that song, I found myself thinking much more positively about being there. And then the children could each tell something that they were happy about being at school that day. So music.
So great. And can we find the Happy's curriculum on your website or on your blog? Where can we find that?
drjean.org. That's my website, and it has my song store. And then they are also on Carolyn Koslowski's TPT store.
Okay.
And one thing that really contributed to this was ESGI's assessment at the end. So we live in a day with numbers, you know. One teacher said she was a datamatician. And so this gives you some concrete data to support these activities and what you're doing. So ESGI is an important part of that.
Yes, that is so true, because teachers will say things like, I don't have time to do the fun stuff, Dr. Jean, but the answer is yes, you do, and you can get data to show how successful that was, because there's so many activities. Like Dr. Jean says, there's 100 pages there of things per month that you can look at, and it will make you happy. And there's songs and finger plays and things we've kind of pushed to the side a little bit because we think it's all about the data, it's all about the numbers. But guess what? You can use ESGI to assess what you're teaching with the Happy. So it is a perfect partnership, Dr. Jean. We love working with you, and we love the fact that you're here today talking to us about it. It just makes us happy. Go ahead.
One of the things I wanted to mention too was sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees, and we're so focused on this one little skill that we forget we've got a whole child here, you know? And this whole thing with social emotional learning, SEL, that's why we play games. That's why we sing songs. That's why we do, you know, collaborative activities. That's how children develop that. And that's such an important part of the whole child that we early childhood teachers have always been committed to.
Yeah, that is the truth. Dr. Jean, people like to come see you all the time in your workshops. I have been in, this is a true story. I was in an airport with Dr. Jean, and we were done with the conference, and all these teachers were coming over and getting her autograph. And a young man was next to me, and he said, "Is she famous?" I said, "Yes, she is famous. It's Dr. Jean." But he was not in education. He had no idea, but he was ready to get out a piece of paper and get your autograph because he knew you were famous.
Well, that's kind of funny too, because like with the I call it the banana dance. The teenagers call it the guacamole song. A lot of teenagers and college students have picked up on some of my songs. And I made a comment. I said, I know y'all are just making fun of me. And they said, no, Dr. Jean, you make us happy. You are authentic. And there's even an app where students, older students who are stressed or depressed or anxious, they can go and they have different things to cheer them up. And some of my music is on there. So, you know, part of it, yeah, they're making fun of me, this old lady singing and dancing about fruits and vegetables. But there's another more important part. There's still a little kid inside these teenagers and college students that wants to sing and be happy.
That is the truth. And I've heard too that many teachers had used your songs when they were in elementary school. So it is really comforting to them because they look back on it and it reminds them of their childhood. So
the teenagers say, I sang that song when I was in kindergarten, you know, and it comes back. Yeah.
See, I'm so glad you stayed around, Dr. Jean, long enough to see this whole progression of all these students.
It was really funny on my Facebook page. Somebody made a comment one time and they said, I thought she died. No, I didn't.
She's still alive. And you guys.
I'm going to keep on singing and dancing until I just cross over.
And not only that, Dr. Jean is on the road a lot. So Dr. Jean, tell us where we can find you on the road and online.
Okay, next week I get to go to Odessa, Texas. The Permian Basin and AEYC is having me there. So, and many of the things, if I go to a school district, they are not open to other people. So just want to let you know that. I'm going to be in Cumberland, Maryland. I've got workshops coming up for SDE. So if you go to SDE.com, I'm going to be doing the kindergarten conference in Georgia, Florida, Arkansas, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. So there'll be lots of open opportunities for people to come in.
That's so great. See what I'm telling you? She is on the road and busy. But you can also...
And I love what I do. I mean, I love what I do. I
know you do.
I love teachers and I love children. And I think one of the things I want people to know too is I do free concerts in the schools all the time in Charleston. Or if I go to a city like last week, I was in Salina, Kansas, and I'll piggyback a free concert with children because I want to make sure what I'm telling you still works with kids. And you know what it does? They're absolutely delightful.
That is so great. But Dr. Jean's also online. She does Facebook Lives, you guys, and I think one's coming up.
Yes, next Tuesday, I'm doing something on math tools. So many of the things I do are fun holiday things. But math tools that I'm going to show the teachers are just simple hands-on things that can be used in a variety of ways to develop math concepts and math skills. And so I like tools that you can use to do lots of different things through the year. It's not like, oh, well, we'll use this for addition, now it's done. So I've got some really good hands-on, easy to make math tools. And everything I do is cheap, simple, and easy. Because if it's hard, I know you're not going to do it.
That's right. So what Facebook page should they look for to find your live broadcasts?
Dr. Jean and Friends Facebook page. My other page is full and I have to keep deleting things. But Dr. Jean and Friends is a business Facebook page. So as many people can come as they want. And drjeanandfriends.blogspot, if you give me your email address, I will send you a free idea every day. And I will also put links to the different Facebook pages, lives I do.
You are awesome, Dr. Jean. We love the fact that you love us so much and you love kids so much. And I'd really like to close today with you singing us a song. Oh, wait, you got more? Okay.
Story? Can I tell a story?
Of course you can. I totally forgot.
I'm just going to, the tune, Where is Thumpkin, Where is Sarah Jacques? You can use that, for every holiday and season. Where is fall? Where is fall? Here I am, here I am. Pumpkins are smiling, pumpkins are smiling. Oh, what fun, oh, what fun. Where is fall? Where is fall? Here I am, here I am. Pretty leaves falling, pretty leaves falling. Oh, what fun, oh, what fun. Where is the scarecrow? I mean, you can go on. And I was just making up those verses as I was singing to you, but that's a great tune for some of your different holiday events. And what's nice about it is if your school does not want you to do Halloween, you can do pumpkins and you can do scarecrows and you can do bats and things that aren't, necessarily scary to the children. But I have to tell you one of my favorite stories. And it's interesting that I have been doing this so long, I think, oh, everybody knows that pumpkin story. And then it surprises me that there are a lot of people that don't know it. And it's such a delightful story. If you have children of your own or for the children in your classroom, this is one that I told every day at the end of the day in October, I told this, and then one child got to take it home. So it's great. And you know what? You're helping them learn how to retell a story in sequence. So this is important. So there was a little old lady that lived in an orange house, and her house was near, and then you say your school, we'll just say Rockbridge School. And this little lady's house was orange, and it was shaped like half a circle with a chimney at the bottom. And this is what her house look like? Now, this little old lady had a cat, and the cat's name was, and named somebody in the room, Rochelle. And Rochelle had a long wiggly tail, and every time she went in and out the door, she would bump her tail. So the little old lady had the carpenters come, and they built a special door just for Rochelle's tail. Now, she always wore a pointed hat, and it would fall off too. So she had the carpenters come, and they cut a door so her pointed hat wouldn't fall off all the time. And then she had two little pet birds, and the pet birds' names were, two kids in you, Roscoe and Jeremy. And she had a special window built for those little birds so they could fly in and out and in and out. Now, on Halloween night, all the boys and girls from Rockbridge School went to her door. They knocked on the door. She came to the door and she said, "Close your eyes. Close your eyes, everybody. Surprise! It's a jack-o'-lantern." So, I mean, it's such a delightful story, isn't it? I never get tired of telling it. I hope children will never get tired of hearing that story. So I'm so glad I got to chat with you. I got to chat with you. I got to chat with you. I'm so glad I got to chat with you and all my new chat friends too.
We love you, Dr. Jean. Mwah. Thank you so much for being with us today. We hope to see you soon. And everybody, don't forget Hat Chat every Thursday, and see Dr. Jean next Tuesday live on her Facebook page. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Be happy.